10 Accidental Discoveries That Make People Rich. There was a Van Gogh painting discovered in the attic. It was later discovered to be genuine, even though it was initially thought to be phony. The artwork was titled Sunset at Montmajour. The artwork is an oil landscape that was created on July 4, 1888, by Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh. Furthermore, are you aware of its worth? $50 million. Third Imperial Egg. Purchasing metal and selling it for scrap allowed a man in the Midwest to make some money. He had paid $14,000 for a golden orb. Reselling it was his hope of making a little profit. He did, however, choose to have it professionally assessed before reselling it. That was the best thing he could have done in his life, since it turned out to be one of the 50 original Russian Fabergé eggs, which were believed to have been lost. During the auction, he sold it. And how much do you know about it? $33 million. Hoxton hoard. Using his DIY metal detector, British farmer Peter Watling asked friend Eric Laws to assist him in recovering his misplaced hammer. They began searching, and what they discovered was a wooden box rather than a hammer. Approximately $15 million worth of coins and jewelry were within that box. This treasure was dubbed the Hoxton hoard by the archaeologists. It was brought to be on display at the British Museum. Eric gave Peter a piece of his $2.3 million fortune. Staffordshire hoard. In order to locate the ring that his daughter misplaced, a farmer in Staffordshire was using a metal detector in his backyard. Though he did not discover the ring, he did uncover something far more valuable. He came into a trove of more than 1,500 silver and gold items that date to the 7th century. The stockpile was estimated to be worth $5 million. Black opal. Normal stones were being collected by an Australian miner. His day was typical until he discovered a large, sparkly stone at the bottom of his bucket. He brought the stone home as a memento because it seemed rather lovely. He found that the large, glittering stone was actually an extremely rare black opal when he presented it to an expert a few years later, 14 years, to be exact. That stone was over $3 million worth of value. It was called the Royal One Stone. Ferrari. When a man in Wyoming was looking in the garage after paying $285,500 for a house, he discovered a 1996 Ferrari 330 GT. The car was entirely covered in heavy dust, to the point where it was hardly identifiable. Surprisingly, though, the vintage luxury vehicle was in excellent shape. Later on, he found out the car was worth $500,000. 1974 D. Penny. After working for the Mint for 20 years, the son received an appraisal for a little collection of coins that the employee had left in a sandwich bag. It wasn't until much later that he found the D. Penny, part of a test batch comprised of aluminium. It was the sole surviving coin out of 10 that were produced, which is surprising. $250,000 was the coin's value. Boxes of dollar bills. This man saw some carpeting protruding from the ceiling as he prepared to arrange his tools in the workshop. When the artist pulled on it, a small attic access panel opened. There were 7 ammo cases in the attic, all dusty. And what was inside the crates, do you know? Dollar signs? A total of $45,000 was contained in the boxes. He had the option to keep the money for himself, but instead, he chose to give it back to the owner.